Hello and welcome. This is Mercenary, and we're back with some more BattleTech. We're ready to launch our priority mission here, but before we do that, I would just like to take a look at my mech warriors, as I don't remember the last time I checked them to make sure they're all leveled up. So my pilot has a fair amount of experience, but I think I want to hold out just to see what this next level of piloting will give me. If I can get that max evasion up a little bit higher, that would be nice. So we'll hold out for that. But let's move on to our other pilots that we'll be using. So, Glitch doesn't have enough experience to buy anything that I'm really concerned about at the moment.
Waiting for orders.
Decker either, unless Guts does something for us. Nah, not right at the moment, so we'll hold out on that.
Ready for orders.
Behemoth, on the other hand, probably be a good idea to get piloting skill. The way we're using her, that extra melee hit chance would be very useful. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we only have one pilot to really level up here, but I still think it'd be important, especially again, as we're using this pilot in a brawling style, we're going to need that melee hit chance. All right, let's go ahead and launch the mission now. I think we're ready to go. Okay, we're in orbit of the first moon of Smithen. As you heard, House Croesus has suffered greatly at the hands of the Directorate. We can't change that. We can show Lord Croesus that we're his allies, and that our word can be trusted. We need his help with our data archive, yes? But that isn't why I agreed to this mission. If we are to prevail against the Directorate, I must unite the founding houses under the Restoration's banner. Without their support, we'll have no way of replacing our losses. Understood, Lady Urano. Let's get into the specifics of this job he's given us. I seem to remember something about a dropship. She's called the New Grange. She's a transport vessel, ostensibly a civilian, named for an old line of yard ships. The New Grange has been certified for commercial flight in the Directorate, the Capella Confederation, and the Tarian Concordant. In all other ways, she's completely unremarkable. At least, that's what her official paperwork says. Okay, I gather that Lord Croesus disagrees with that assessment? That's right. He claims that the New Grange is running weapons into the Regan Reach to supply the Directorate's war effort. Her crew has been using an old commercial port on Anvelt to fuel up between trips. Ships like this one could help to explain the Directorate's unexpected strength of arms. It's in our interest to destroy it. According to the intel we've been given, the New Grange is carrying more armor than any Union-class dropship has any right to. Attacking her directly will be a waste of time. Thankfully, Lord Madeira has found us an alternative approach. The Anvelt fueling station was designed for civilian use. It isn't a hardened target, and its components can't withstand a sustained attack. If we go in while the New Grange is refueling and blow the station's primary fuel reservoir, her armor won't count for much. The resulting explosion will smash her like an egg. Well, you know, part of the problem with the Succession War is a lot of infrastructure was blown up, and it looks like we're doing a great job of resuming that kind of destruction. All right. Let's go ahead and see what our things are here. So, you're sure that Lord Croesus is telling the truth? It'd be a disaster if we took out a civilian dropship. Yeah, I kind of get the feeling this may be a trap. If they're looking for a way to discredit the Regan Restoration, something like this would do it. Let's say that. From my own study of the New Grange and the situation on Anvelt, I'm convinced that Lord Croesus is telling us the truth. There's something deeply suspicious about this ship. She isn't the commercial transport she pretends to be. Okay. Okay, the New Grange may not be what she says she is, but that doesn't necessarily make her worthy of destruction. I'm not going to come out and say this, but I'm going to say that. I'm no more eager for unnecessary bloodshed than you are, Mouse Gunner. I hope that you know me well enough to recognize that. If we can raise a New Grange on the comms, I'll offer her captain a chance to surrender. I'd rather take prisoners than fill graves. The Reach has seen too much death already. Well, if she is a civilian vessel and we offer her that and she doesn't take it, I guess that's a reasonable thing. I mean, if it's just full of civilians, why would they refuse surrender? Unless propaganda has made them believe that that would be worse than death. You know, there's a lot of sides to the coin here that I'm not sure I can trust Croesus. There's something about him that makes me a little suspicious. But anyway, it sounds like a workable plan. Let's move forward. Hang on a second, boss. If this job were as easy as blowing up a fuel tank, Croesus would have done it himself already. So what's the catch? I mean, why send us after an easy target? Maybe because we are, like, the main arm of the Regan Restoration? I mean, we are more or less doing things directly for Kamea here, so wouldn't that make her look bad? I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I'm being a little paranoid, perhaps. Lord Croesus sent the last remnants of his personal guard after the Newgrange 2 weeks ago, a lance of hardened mech warriors. They were summarily destroyed, a complete loss. There was no survivors. Okay. Yeah. I don't like the sound of that. What do we know about their defenses? Nothing. Lord Croesus didn't provide us with any specifics. We should approach this drop with an abundance of caution. Bring the strongest lance you can field, and keep your eyes open while you're on the moon's surface. And I'd recommend bringing a heat-efficient lance if possible. Anvil's atmosphere and climate will quickly overwhelm your heat sinks if you're not careful. All right, well, I don't know if we really have a lance that is both effective and heat-efficient. I'd have to look at our team, kind of make that assessment before we go. Okay. All right, so we'll say we'll prep my lance accordingly. Would be wise. Good hunting, Mouse Gunner. I'll be with you on the comms. All right, so this is where we decide on who we take and who we leave. So the problem with the Blitz Griffin is it's not the most heat efficient, although we've done a lot to address that. And according to this bar, we're not so bad off. But I don't know how much I trust these bars, to be totally honest with you. The Fire Dragon's not too bad. I designed this to be fairly heat efficient, so we'll be okay with that. Trebuchet is a little concerning, but I've never really had too many heat problems with it. And if I didn't take that, what would we take? I don't really have that strong of a support contender. I'll look at that in a second. Now, the Jenner should be fine. Yeah, it's not heat efficient, but at the same time, we're using it as a scout, so the plan is not to attack with it every turn. I could run with a fire starter instead. It is earmarked as being much more heat efficient, and you know what? I'll do that. We're not losing a lot in maneuverability. We're losing a lot in armor, but we're not losing a lot in maneuverability to run the fire starter. And if heat efficiency is such a problem on this planet, a lot of flamers will help us there. The Fire Dragon, I think, will do well in that regard as well. So we can really put a lot of heat on a particular mech, get it to shut down, and then just wallop on it, if that is what we see on the planet, or moon, I should say. Now the Trebuchet. If I were to do a support mech instead, maybe the Centurion, but as we can see here, heat efficiency isn't much better with the Centurion. Now, granted, a lot of the problem with the Centurion is firing all of its weapons at once. If you're not doing that, then it's not really too much of a problem. Or it's not as much of a problem, I should say. Other than that, I mean, the Blackjack can kind of do support, but it's direct fire only. The Vindicator we've made no longer a support mech. I mean, we have an LRM-5 and a large laser, but that's it. That's not enough for me. Not at this stage of the game. So really, it's a decision down to, we want to stick with the Trebuchet and just hope that the heat isn't so bad, or do we go with the Centurion hoping that it's more heat efficient, even though, and according to the bar here, it's not any more heat efficient. And in that regard, really, the difference between the two is it's not huge. I mean, you've got the LRM-10 and the AC-10. So we've got a heat value of, what, 15 and 12? So, you know, a little under 30. Whereas the Trebuchet has two LRM-15s, which are both packing 15 heat. So that's 30 heat. So if we ignore the medium lasers, yeah, these two mechs are very close in heat efficiency. With the Centurion, they have a very slight edge. But we lose a lot in firepower by taking it. We do gain in the stability damage that we can do with this, as we have increases in both the LRM-10 and the AC-10. I feel like the trebuchet gives us more flexibility, and I believe you also get more maneuverability with it as well. So I think I'm going to stick with the trebuchet. I like my indirect fire. I think that just is a lot easier to work around rather than having direct fire. We don't have Jalopy in this mission, though. I just realized we want to have Glitch, our best pilot for this. Okay, so other than that, I think we're good to go. We have our best pilots. The only real change I made was the fire starter. Do we want to change the Griffin? I mean, it says it's fairly heat efficient. We're not going to get much better with the Shadowhawk as our backup mech. The Wolverine is more heat efficient, but we lose out on a lot of damage by making that switch, as we can see in the firepower scale. So, I mean, really, it's trading damage for more heat efficiency, which may be the right decision. I don't think the Hunchback would be in playing with my skill set. I am not a brawling style pilot. That would be more Behemoth. That would be a backup mech for Behemoth. So that doesn't suit me. The Blackjack may be all right, but again, heat efficiency is about the same. So I think we're good to go. Let's just go. Because we were not really ever told what our objectives will be, I'll go ahead and go over that now. Engage and destroy the Newgrange. Destroy the ship's security team. The Newgrange must not escape. Okay, so it sounds like we're under a time constraint. Now, if you want to read the rest of the details here, go ahead and pause now, but I'm just going to go ahead and move on.
Command interface initiated.
There's a lot of activity on the ground, Commander. It looks like the Newgrange is being prepped for launch. You're going to have a tight timetable to get in there and blow the station's fuel reservoir before it lifts off. I'm seeing turret emplacements and light battle mech activity on the ground, but it appears that the security detail we were warned about is off-site for now. Mirai, and by the way, that is how you pronounce that. I realized that when I heard it over the comms, once you get the Argo, it says it that way. I've been pronouncing it Samire. Oh well. We'll be monitoring her sensors for any sign of incoming dropships. You got that right, Commander. If I see anything, you'll be the first to know. And I'd advise you to be wary of this secondary landing pad up here on the ridge. If I were dropping a defensive lance, that's where I'd do it. Okay, so we should probably stay away from there.
Good hunting, Commander. I'll be running ops for you from here.
Alright, so as I normally do, I think we'll start with our slower mechs. And we're fairly close here. Let's take a look. We've got some health bars. So turret generator, fuel pumping station. That's our main objective at the moment anyway. We have 12 rounds to do that. Another turret generator. And I'm going to guess this is where one of the turrets are. I'm looking around to see if there's another pylon here. So we have at least 2 turrets. There could be more around that I'm not seeing. Maybe something right here. Yeah, that's probably where a turret is as well. Other than that, it's hard to say. Maybe there's one here. And there's definitely one probably there as well. Alright, well, we'll keep our eye out. Should I run full forward or not? Looks like we may have a path over this way as well. There's that landing pad, so I have to be careful. I think I'll move over this way, though, with my mech. Okay. And then Behemoth, I'll have... Oh.
Enemy detected.
Oh, hopefully we don't get seen. Oh, no, we got seen.
Let's get this done.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Go ahead and reserve. We have a 25-ton mech. That's probably a commando. And here's hoping they have another light mech. I have to get out of the vision of this turret, otherwise they will be able to act upon me. Although then again, maybe just go in and hit the turret generator. That way they'll lose the vision. I'll probably be able to do that. As a matter of fact, I can do that by just walking up here. But I jump to try and get a little bit more evasion. It would heat me up, and we were told let's see what this says. So it's Martian biome, 75% of their normal heat. Now, I just noticed something on the map here. Whirlwind. Whirlwinds reduce movement and spotting distance. They provide cover. Oh, so they act just like a forest would, I would imagine. So that's the kind of dust clouds here. All right. So I can jump there and get a lot of evasion, then we just knock out the turret generator. They wouldn't have their vision of me anymore, and I wouldn't have to really worry about it. I think that's not a bad call. Unless we move in a way that maybe we run into another enemy. Okay, there's an enemy here which may be able to see me. So maybe we screwed up, but we just have to make the best out of it. Now, this only has 100 health, and we'd be able to take that out just with our SRMs. And as you can see, it does a lot of heat because we jumped. I think we just ensure that it dies, though, and fire everything here.
Engaging target.
Okay, so we did knock out the turret that could see me. I have to double check, because I think there was 2 turrets here. That I knocked out that one as well. But this, I can't tell. We don't know what size mech that is. Because I don't have anybody with good tactics up yet. That would be Decker. Alright, so Decker, we have a 25-ton mech, which is probably a commando.
Standing by.
And we jump you in a way that you can see. We can. I don't know if this thing would have gotten enough evasion that I'd want to... before we do that, let's be smart here. That's a reserve, so they don't have a counterattack against me.
Waiting for the right move.
At the moment, as far as I know, they can't see me. So, and that seems to be the case.
Holding for the right.
They definitely have turrets. We want to at least hold to that point so that one of their turrets goes. Alright, now we act. And we get that vision we desire. I won't be able to get close enough to use anything beyond my medium lasers, but hey, it's damage. And I can always decide to sensor lock them up. Now, we've got that better initiative, so we will be able to beat their light mech to that initiative punch. I don't think it'd be a good idea to precision strike here, but he does have a fair amount of evasion. So do we want to burn through that rather than fire? It's only 2 medium lasers against a guard. I'm noticing that his armor is reduced. He only has 75%. So maybe we'll expect similar things with the other opponents. I think we'll do more good here, sensor locking, than we would firing. So let's do that.
Got a lock.
Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do a lot on this opening turn.
Good to go.
I think we move Behemoth to try and get into a position to help out here. We're not going to be in vision yet, although the enemy may be able to provide that. I'm considering going with Vigilance for the Fire Dragon for a couple different reasons. First off, it'd give us an initiative boost. But secondly, it also give me the guard that we currently don't have. It's possible they won't be able to establish line of sight though, and if they don't, it will be a waste. Let's just hold on that. It's possible that this is a bad idea. All well. Okay, do a little bit of damage there, but the main damage is going to be coming from glitch. Unfortunately, they have guard, so
Good to go.
only so much damage I can do here. I'm just going to fire one of the LRM 15s. That way we burn through, obviously. So, turn off the one that has a lower hit chance. There we go.
Special delivery.
Now, I probably shouldn't have moved in a way that the commander could see me, because now I'm making it so I have to possibly waste. But let's see what happens here. Commander's gonna move, and it's gonna run away like a pansy. Well, now we don't have to really worry about it. Any vision it could have had isn't gonna matter at this point, so we might as well play the waiting game. So there's another light mech. That's this mech here. And it could not establish line of sight, so we might as well reserve all the way to the end. We have a 55-ton mech. That could be a lot of things. Kind of hard to say at this point. Okay. The commando ran away. It probably will get as much evasion as it can, so it'll probably be around 3 yet again. And then it probably guarded again. So,
Commander?
let's jump. I want to get closer. Sure how to face just yet. We'll jump to there. Puts us in cover, so I'm alright with that. Got a decent amount of evasion. And then we'll sensor lock up. Why not the commando again? We've already hit it a little bit. Let's focus our fire here. So we got rid of all the evasion it had. Okay. Start with
What can I do for you?
glitch here. And I'm just going to keep moving. I don't see a reason why not to. And we're going to try and move over to where the pumping station is. Now, as I said, I should probably stay away from that landing strip, which is over here. So going down this way does have certain risks. I may want to retreat from this section and come back over this way, which is where the enemy is anyway. I know the fueling station's over here, but I just don't want to get caught with my pants down with the enemy literally dropping next to me. If I'm over here and I'm attacking there, that could happen. I mean, I don't know the exact circumstances of how this is going to play out, but
Here we go.
I don't have any idea how much health the fuel station has, so I don't know how much firepower it's going to take. But we have 10 rounds to do it, and it's not that far away. As soon as I establish a line of sight, I think I'll be able to start pulling that off. Okay.
Yes,
I
Commander.
don't see a reason why not to keep moving up here and just keep firing at the commando. I mean, I could fire at it from where I am right now. Do we use vigilance at this point? I mean, they still can't see me, so it's kind of like a hard call. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to move. Now, with my character, we may make a different decision. But, you know, let's fire here.
Affirmative.
We almost have one of the torso sections taken out here. If we're lucky, we'll knock one of those out. Nope, we weren't. Okay. Let's reserve to get the turrets acting.
Standing by.
So, I don't know how many turrets there are going to be, but... Okay, so I could move... Well, I guess the only action I really have here is to jump if I want to do something this turn. But I could move in a way that I could attack whatever this light mech is. Could be a Jenner, could be a Panther. I would be out in the open if I did that. Could use Vigilance to give me some defense. I'm pretty hot at this point too, so I have to keep that in consideration. If I jump here, I'd have no choice but to jump away. But I jump there, I use my Vigilance to give me initiative, then I do damage again, then I jump away, because that's my kind of my abilities that I can use. That's one option. I don't think that's necessarily a bad call. Let's try that. We're going to use Vigilance here to give me a bit of defense. I've had a lot of evasion, so the likelihood they're going to do much damage to me is not high. We're going to have to turn off something. Looks like we can get away with turning off a medium laser and firing. It's not going to be bad damage if we land it.
Target.
This guy does have guard up, so there's that to consider, but he had reduced armor as the other opponent did. It looks like maybe even more reduced than the other one. Yeah, only 50% of armor, where I believe the commando was more than that. Okay. So, at this point, I'm going to reserve. So, the Panther does have the opportunity to counterattack me, but it looks like the commando is going to go first. Now, who can the commando see? Because the commando can see somebody. I wish you could check that kind of stuff. Alright, well, we already know kind of what we need to do here. We need to move with this guy before they get an opportunity to really do a whole lot. So, I'm going to attack. And I'm going to take it a little easier here. Maybe only firing a single SRM-6. That way we get some heat off so we can jump away a little bit of distance. Okay. Now our jump. And we don't want to overheat. I think we jump to here. Doesn't look like my opponent can see me in this spot. And I'll face like this. Possible the Panther will be able to get my back, but I doubt it.
Engaging jump jets.
Okay. So that wasn't a bad little attack there. Okay. You weren't able to. Well, if the commando is given vision to the dragon, which is possible, there's not a whole lot we can do about that. So I think we just reserve here and we see what happens.
Roger that. Standing by.
They did not fire, so it's possible the dragon has vision or somebody else has vision and they don't have vision. Okay. Well, if that's the case, again, reserve.
Waiting for my opening.
Okay, they can see the griffin, unfortunately. I guess it's not the biggest deal, though. Okay. That's possible just because of where he moved. I honestly don't know who's giving what line of sight here. Alright, so the dragon. According to this, that all three of them can see the dragon, so we might as well attack so that we can get our defense up. Okay, I see a multi-fire opportunity here, so you're going to be the LRM-15. You're going to be everything else. And fire away.
I copy.
Okay, I'm going to guess 50% armor here. Alright, in this case, glitch.
Waiting for orders.
Maybe you should move away a little bit because the Panther is starting to get close. But I'm going to divide my fire between the Shadowhawk and the Commando. If we do that, then we'll get through both of their defense. So let's go ahead and do that. So you're going to be A, and you're going to be B, and you'll be B. So 80% chance to hit on both of them. Fire.
Got it.
I actually have a pretty good chance I will do some significant damage to that Commando. Okay, well, we took out
And there's more where
that one
this
arm.
came
We're just going to
from.
take out some of the weapons, and we did a crit on the SRM-6, which is the main firepower of the Commando. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's reserve one more time. Allow the turret to go. Okay, so the turret can see my Griffin and did manage to hit it once. Looks like those are AC-2s. Okay.
Orders?
So the fire starter, we have a couple different options. I could move up and hit there. I could jump in and hit somebody. Probably do pretty good damage as well, especially as we can use the flamers. Might as well go after the Wolverine because it will, not the Wolverine, the Shadowhawk, because it will do full damage. Not sure where our heat's going to be.
Jumping.
Guess we'll find out. Okay. Open up on this guy. We have a good opportunity of taking out the right torso.
Roger that.
Okay.
Solid connection on that one.
Alright, so obviously we don't want to stick around for that. We're going to want to jump away.
Ready for orders.
Where to jump to? Probably back over here where they're unlikely going to be able to see me. The Panther may be able to establish that line of sight, so we'll aim kind of in his direction. I will overheat if I make that jump. I'm going to have to jump here. That's about as good as I'm going to be able to get.
I copy.
Hopefully that's not an overheat. It looked like it was just on the line. Yeah, okay, it wasn't. And sensor locks. Well, this is our main opponent and our main threat. So I'm thinking maybe sensor lock the Wolverine, try and burn through its evasion. Because that is the only opponent that really makes sense at this point. Unless we want to get that vision of the Panther, but... Here comes Commando. I'm gonna guess an attack on the Griffin. They've been consistently attacking there, so...
Warning. Detecting.
Okay, we got a head hit, but we do have defense against that. Panther's coming back around, so no threat to us. Okay, so we're gonna definitely want to move. According to this, I can go up and punch, which is very tempting. Extremely tempting. They may act in kind, though, against me. I will have no defense. Now, I should have a lot of evasion doing this kind of move, but I don't think that matters much. I kind of want to let them go first, and then react to what they're going to do. How about we go with Glitch, and we just open up on the Shadowhawk, because my melee attack on the Commando is likely going to kill it. So let's do as much damage to this guy so he doesn't have much ability to do much against me. And alternatively, I actually have a better plan. Let's multi-target, and we'll go A and B, and this way we'll do full damage.
You get a headshot, and you get a headshot.
I don't know if these are going to be individually enough damage to do anything. Well, we knocked him unsteady, which kind of change his mind on what he wants to do. He might just retreat and guard. I just now noticed the Wolverine has very little armor. The Wolverine's going to go first. Going to go against the dragon, which makes sense because he probably can only see the dragon.
Ow.
Oh, another hit. All right. Well, that sucks. Well, at this point, the Shadowhawk may not actually be able to go in and punch me anyway, so we'll go ahead and attack here. If the Commando doesn't die, well then we know how to follow that one up.
Engaging physical attack.
Yeah, dead.
Okay, let's go.
Enemy mech destroyed.
That gives us an opportunity to cool off, which is nice. While still doing a good deal of damage. Okay, yeah, as I suspected, just guarded up. So the Wolverine is going to be the obvious target here. Do we want to move and go guns blazing? Well, it's very difficult for me to get a direct line of sight here. I could move here and then use Vigilance. And we'll be able to hit both these guys with decent shots. So I can use the multi-target. I'm going to do that. Again, we get the guard up. But we also get that initiative advantage. Multi-target, you're A, you're B. And then B is going to be the other M15 because that's not good accuracy.
Roger that.
Against the Wolverine. Okay. Hopefully we do some decent damage against the... I wasn't aware that you could hit a mech in front like that. Interesting. Okay, we got lucky there with the evasion. Okay, and I still haven't moved Decker. Or did I? I did move Decker. I just forgot about it. Alright, do we want to move in and try and kill this guy before he gets a chance to go? Because then the light mech will go here, and then we'll get an opportunity to go right after that. So from that standpoint, it is the wiser move.
What's up, boss?
But I should stay in a spot where the enemy really cannot just haul off and punch me. I'm also running very hot, so I don't want to jump in there again. So I think in this case, I'm just going to move and take a little bit of a pot shot at the Wolverine. But just tactically speaking, we get the first move, so I can go in there and punch the Wolverine and take it out before it gets a chance to go. And we get to fire both of our medium lasers at it to try and kind of shorten its lifespan a bit. And the Panther's just kind of moving back and forth, so not really a threat there. So the thing that makes the most sense is to go in punching on the Wolverine, take it out before it gets a chance. Shadowhawk will be able to retaliate against me, but there's not a whole lot I can do to stop that. Get more opportunity to cool off here.
Engaging physical
Okay, good
attack.
damage. Unfortunately, we missed. Alright, well that could have gone better.
No damage detected.
He's gonna run away because he's unsteady. Well, I guess this does give me license to just open up on the Shadowhawk.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Let's do this a little bit better though. We'll multi-fire here. You're gonna be A, you're gonna be B. B's not gonna be a good shot because of the strong evasion, but we'll still maybe do decent damage here.
Guns for everyone.
This is full damage. Fortunately, it's just not doing enough damage to really limit the abilities of my opponent. They went after the fire starter, but missed. Works for me.
Receiving you.
I know I'm not doing the objective, but I have plenty of time to do what I need to do here. I think we just put everything into this guy. There's a strong possibility we'll kill him. So, fire away.
Taking the shot.
There we go. And
That's a kill.
it's possible we just took away their only vision as well. We'll find out when the turrets fire on me. Yeah, they do. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well,
Good to
move
go.
the fire starter. Kind of back up this way, and we'll sensor lock the Wolverine, although I don't think that's going to matter. I still want to have the sequence of events so that their light mech goes, and then we have an opportunity to go. So, we'll sensor lock. You know what? I'm going to sensor lock the Panther.
Sensor
That way we
locked
can
on.
actually see him and act against him. Which I'll more than likely do with Glitch here in a second. Do I go in and punch him first, or do I have Glitch hit him?
Waiting for orders.
I think we go in with Glitch.
I read you, Commander.
We hit with Glitch. We do damage to both these mechs. We're going to do multi-target again. You're going to be our A, you're going to be our B. We're going to switch this to B. Only a 50% chance, but... Come on, do good damage. Hey, we took out a jump jet. Not that that matters. Okay. Not sure what their light mech did. Actually, I apologize. For Wolverine. Oh, Wolverine's the one giving him vision. So let's try and take that out of the... Oh, if I do that... I might fire weapons here instead of punching. Because I can build up a lot of evasion. I could still hit this guy pretty hard in the rear armor, burning through his guard, and I'm a harder target for the turrets, and I might have given my back to the turret if I had done otherwise, so... Pretty strong likelihood we're going to kill this guy. Although I'm hitting fresh armor now. 21 health. Alright. We could precision strike him as well, which makes that likelihood that we'll kill him all the greater. Yeah, sure, what the hell. So aiming on that center torso, try and get that kill.
Targeting rear armor.
Got him.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, and that was likely their only vision, because I didn't get too close to the Panther.
Waiting for orders.
If we move in a way that makes sense, we'll be able to hit this guy in the rear and do full damage with our LRM-15. He has no evasion, so it should be nice damage.
Firing on rear
And
armor.
we have plenty of time to kill this thing. Okay, took out Force of Section, which takes out the most important weapon the Panther has.
Commander, that dropship is about to take off. You have to stop it.
Okay. Hold your horses.
Waiting for the shot.
Okay, I'm assuming it can see me somehow. We're still running hot, so I'm going to sensor lock here.
Got a lock.
Alright. What I like to do is I like to take out this turret generator so the turrets stop firing at me. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, I don't think there's a way I can do this so that I can also see the other thing over there. The pumping station. Okay, looks like I can fire everything, so the likelihood that we'll take this out is decent. Unless we really miss horribly here. Okay, that should be the turrets.
Target building destroyed.
Generators down, Commander. That should take their turrets offline.
Okay. Now let's take out this other nuisance here.
Good to go.
Again, I'm just gonna move up a bit. Move her like that. We'll have to consider the reinforcements that are probably gonna happen. We're only gonna fire one LRM-15. Do max damage. Okay.
Orders.
And I can't get in the rear now, so we're going to start moving down the
Move orders.
passageway here. And then next turn, we're just going to go after the fuel pump here.
On it.
Because I'm fairly certain that this Panther is not going to live much longer.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
Mechs destroyed.
I've got a Directorate Leopard moving in on your position, Commander. Judging by the markings, it's a House Espinosa ship.
That must be the Defense Force Lord Kuros has warned us about. Be ready.
Okay, so there's going to be reinforcements coming in soon. And honestly, I think this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mercenary, signing out.